Hey guys, IO Crypto Mining here, and so today we're going to talk about triple mining, but with either Ergo Radiant in Zil or Conflux Radiant in Zil. And so GMiner just released their 3.35 version today, and this has been kind of in the works, and so they've been talking about it for a couple weeks now. And so they released 3.34 a couple days ago, where it actually brought Radiant, just normal mining, with the intention that they're gonna make that the new triple mining. And so just today, 3.35 was released. So here's the commands if you need to do it. Hive OS does have 3.35 in their newest image. So if you update your rigs to the newest one, it'll have 3.35 in there, but it doesn't work perfectly, and I'll show you how to do that. So if we go to our Hive OS and we go to our farm, so as you can see, we're on the newest version up here. Okay, so it was just released. The problem is when you go to the flight sheet, you can't set it up like normal. So look at if we look at the flight sheet here, you set up the top as normal, as you would with any other coin. So pick your wallet, pick your pool, pick your miner. So you pick GMiner, but the magic comes in the miner config. So if we're looking here, we have these commands here, which I'll have down in the description. So you have dalgo radiant, which means the second algo, dserver, so the server your radiant is mined to, the user, which is your wallet, and then I do period worker name, so then it comes up on the pool, and then the zilserver and ziluser is the same as it always has been, and you can do dot worker name here at the end of your wallet for a zil. I don't, but you can. And then the more important part is this dual intensity. We'll talk about that here in a second. So you have these commands here. Just copy and paste and enter it in your wallets. Do not pick anything for the second coin. You leave it completely blank. Okay. So the first coin's filled out like normal. You leave the second coin blank, and then these commands will make it work. Okay. And so that's for Ergo. Conflux is the exact same. And I'll show you mine I was testing with. You can have these picked out here. Okay. But when you go into the miner config, you don't have anything in the second. Okay, so it overwrites it. Okay, so then you have the same commands here. Same wallet, same commands. My intensity is different on Conflux. So like I said, we'll go over that in a second. So that's how you do the Hive OS. My clocks on this triple mining, I use the same. So the general idea is it's higher than Ethereum but less than Kapow. So I use 120. This is on my 3070 rig. 125, and then either 2200 or 2400. I have a couple GPUs here that are a little more frustrating, so I lowered the memory clock a little bit, but start at like 2200 and just kind of leave it there. It'll be fine. And I use power limit 145. Here's a picture of my 3080 rig. So these have been pretty reliable, and it's been working pretty well. Okay, and then my 3070 rig. There's my clocks for that. And then I have three 3060 Ti rigs. I have a couple bad GPUs. So here's kind of like a normal, 2200 again, or 2400 if you have some good GPUs. So I have a couple troublemakers that I have to clock way lower. So I'm just going to show you this one because these work a little bit better. Okay, so either 150 or 125, and then like 2200. Okay, it won't be that much different in the clocks. It's more about what GPU, the quality of the GPU. How lucky you got when you ordered it. Okay, so there's our Hive OS. So let's look at our dual intensity. So what I did is I went through every single dual intensity. I took the averages of all the clocks, and then I just entered in the prices. So here's for Conflux, Radiant, and Zil. Dual intensity 2 all the way through 8. And actually what you see is the higher the dual intensity, the actually better the profitability was. And what ends up happening is it really focuses more on Radiant. And so the Radiant clocks jump up drastically as we go down here. Okay, and the Conflux goes down, but not as extreme. And so on Conflux, you want to be on dual intensity 8 is the highest profitability, at least on the 30 series cards. Now, when the prices change, and if Conflux jumps way up in price and Radiant stays steady, then these might change. And you just change it to dual intensity and leave everything else the same. But for now, the profitability of both of them have gone up a little bit. So they kind of go up in the same level, kind of as much as Bitcoin goes up. Bitcoin goes up 5%. Those seem to follow in the 5% range. But this can be something you can look at later and say, okay, this week is there much of a difference? And then just change the dual intensity in the flight sheet, and it's an easy fix. So as of right now, be on dual intensity 8 for Conflux, Radiant, and Zil. On Ergo, triple mining, I did 2 through 5, and because I had some weird results. I had Ergo clocks didn't change that much in general between 2, 3, and 4, but you got a lot of Radiant, and so the Radiant changed drastically. We're getting 841 or 905, where on Conflux and Radiant, our highest we got was 454 and 530. So you got a lot more Radiance on the triple mining with Ergo. And so that was just interesting. But as you can see, here's the profitability of my farm. And so, that's, I did all these clocks for you. And so it made it simple. As you can see, as of right now, dual intensity 4 is the best for Ergo. And so let's switch over and see where does that compare to the other coins. What else we're mining out there. So let's go to this other this other sheet for all my other profitabilities. And we'll go right here, and we have my farm on 9.5 power right now. Ergo, Radiant, and Zil is the most profitable by a lot, because I was mining. Actually, Ergo and Conflux have been pretty dang close here the last couple of days. This is $100 more profitable. Ergo, Radiant, and Zil right now. And so that is a drastic difference. And that's because kaspa has been, it's been mined down so much. And the profitability of kaspa is way lower compared to Radiant right now. Now, that could change, but as of right now, that's where I should be. And as you see, Radiant by itself is actually not too far behind. Radiant plus Zil is probably in the same ballpark. At 9.5 cents, where you gain a little bit of Zil, and so you're actually pretty close. But with me, I use 9.5 for my power costs, but I'm actually closer to like 4.5, 5. And there's a reason I do it that way. But yeah, I end up pulling farther ahead the more power I use. So that's why right now, that's where I would be at is triple mining Ergo, Radiant, and Zil, and that's what my rig's on for now. So that's pretty exciting. I was kind of hoping to bring it to you. You can download this spreadsheet in the description below. When you download it, it actually updates kind of what I've changed, and I usually change these prices, a couple times a day. So usually you get a pretty good vision, kind of see what everything is at that moment. But then you can go in here, change your clocks, change your power cost. You can I have other cards here. You can change the cards and then change the clocks. So we have a lot of space here. I'm just kind of using the ones that I have actually in my possession and can mess with. And so if you need more help, just kind of reach out to me. But it should be pretty self-explanatory. Just change a couple things and all the numbers change for you. So that's what I got for today. I was kind of excited. I've been working on this for most of this evening. It took me like 4 or 5 hours to get all of these numbers here at the bottom, all these dual intensities and stuff. It took me a while for change the flight sheet, wait for it, and then run the numbers, and then change all the calculations so that automatically gives me the answers. So it took me a while to get it, but it's pretty good information, and it's actually helpful because it's more profitable right now for people like me who cash out every week. So hope you thought that was interesting, and you guys have a good day.